Well, hey everyone, and welcome to Alpine Daily for this Thursday. If you've been with us, you know that typically on Thursdays we do something called Theology Matters Thursday, where we look at frequently asked biblical and theological questions. But today is obviously a special day. It's Thanksgiving today, so let me just wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. And I also just want to take this opportunity to really challenge you today to actually stop and be thankful before you get too caught up in the turkey and stuffing and football and all the other fun stuff that goes along with Thanksgiving. I would really encourage and challenge you today to stop and to be thankful to God for who He is and what He's done for you in your life. Now, maybe this is a challenge for you because maybe it's hard for you to be thankful. I know sometimes it's very hard for me to be thankful. I'm not naturally a thankful person, but I really want to encourage you to do that. Now, maybe it's hard for you to be thankful. Maybe you're like me and you don't even actually like Thanksgiving dinner. You don't like turkey or cranberries, and so it's hard to be thankful. Or maybe something more serious. You know, maybe the holidays are a hard time for you because you've got all sorts of family issues and drama, and now you got your crazy in-laws coming over today for Thanksgiving meal, or maybe this really is a tough time. Maybe you've experienced some difficult times, just some tragedy in your life, and so it's really hard to try to be thankful during this time. But let me just take a minute to encourage you that if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, you always have something to be thankful for. And I think there's a little lesson we can even learn from the Greek word for thank you. You know, the New Testament was written in the Greek language, and in Greek, the word for thank you is Eucharisto, and they actually still use this word today. If you were to go to Greece today, the way you'd say thank you is, the way they pronounce it is Evcharisto. And so if you ever go to a Greek restaurant, and that's how you can thank your server for the food, say Evcharisto. And that's how you'd say thank you in Greek. Now this is interesting. You know, in the Greek language, it's actually a compound word made up of two words, eu, which is the word for good or pleasing, and charis, which is the Greek word for grace or gift. And so literally, when you say thank you, you are saying this is a good gift or this is a good grace. And that should be a powerful reminder to us when we say thank you, that we really are recognizing that what we have is a good gift or a good grace from God. You know, and this is especially powerful if you think about what the word Eucharisto has come to mean in our language. You know, that word might sound familiar because in English we translate it as Eucharist, which you might know as a fancy way of saying communion or the Lord's Supper. That time when, as Christians, we take the bread and the wine, which represents the body and the blood of Christ, and we thank Jesus for the sacrifice He made for us on the cross, and we remember that. And so really when we say thank you, what we are doing is we are remembering ultimately the sacrifice that Jesus made for us on the cross, and remembering that that is a good gift. That is an incredibly good grace from God. And I think it's a good reminder to us that it really is a grace. The Bible's so clear about this. Ephesians 2:8-9, a passage that hopefully you're familiar with. It says, "For it is by grace you have been saved through faith. It's not of yourselves. It's a gift of God, not by works." Again, this passage is so clear that the salvation we have, it is grace. It is an undeserved gift from God. It's not something we earn by our works. And Romans chapter 4, verse 5 says the same thing. I like this. It says, when people work, their wages are not a gift, but something they have earned. You know, when you go to your job, the money, your paycheck isn't a gift. You've earned that. But it says, people are counted as righteous. We are saved not because of their work, but because of their faith in God who forgives sinners. And we need to remember that even when you have a hard time being thankful, remember that you are a sinner who has been forgiven by God and that you didn't deserve that. And so if you are having a hard time being thankful, simply remember the sacrifice of Jesus and let that lead you to have a thankful heart. So do that and have a great Thanksgiving.